Hi, my name is Andrew Gunn, and today I will be giving you a presentation on the actuary career field. This presentation will cover career outlook, work environment, and the basics of becoming an actuary. When I was searching for a topic, I decided I wanted to study something completely new to me. My goal was to present an overview of the actuary career path, and in so doing, give myself and others an idea as to whether or not it was a desirable path to take. I chose to study the actuary career field because I have always had an interest in calculating probabilities. Usually this manifested in board games and card games, always wanting to know the probability of a certain outcome occurring and building that into my strategy. The same principles apply to running a business. As a business administration student, I will be learning about all aspects of business in a general sense. While actuaries are not employed in every business, they represent a solution to a problem all businesses face: risk management. So what is being an actuary all about? Actuaries help companies manage risk by studying historical data and statistics. They are the reason you get a break on insurance after age 25. They are the reason that flood insurance costs more in some areas of the country than others. They make it possible for companies to price their insurance products and also to set up pension plans for their employees. If the probability of a business-related event can be determined, then an actuary is the person you need to figure it out. In the following 3 slides, I will discuss the degree programs and certifications necessary to become an actuary. As this is a presentation made while studying at American Military University, AMU, I would be remiss if I did not first explore the immediate options offered by our university. One of the main degree programs actuaries pursue is a bachelor's in mathematics. Calculating risk often involves several factors, and knowing which mathematical formulas to assign to a probability to a seemingly random event takes expertise. While it may not have actuary in the name, it is the best option for an aspiring actuary studying at AMU. At other universities, like Purdue for example, an actuarial science program is offered. Purdue's program is, quote, administered jointly by the Departments of Mathematics and Statistics, end quote, Purdue 2014. This highlights the way in which actuarial studies overlap from one discipline to another. In both cases, the program should provide you with the necessary skills to pass the initial certification exams offered by the Society of Actuaries and the Casualty Actuary Society. There are 2 associations that offer professional certification for actuaries: the Society of Actuaries and the Casualty Actuary Society. According to the Occupational Outlook Handbook, quote, the Casualty Actuary Society certifies actuaries who work in the property and casualty field, which includes automobile, homeowners, medical malpractice, and workers' compensation insurance. The Society of Actuaries certifies actuaries who work in life insurance, health insurance, retirement benefits, investments, and finance, end quote. Occupational Outlook Handbook, 2014. The first level of certification offered is Associate. For the Society of Actuaries, associates have to pass a series of 5 examinations in order to be approved for membership. Once they successfully complete the assessments, they should have a general understanding of actuarial principles and how to apply them to the insurance and finance industry. In order to earn the title of Fellow, one has to successfully pass a series of more advanced examinations. With the Society of Actuaries, for example, an actuary would have to choose one of 6 tracks to specialize in: corporate finance and enterprise risk management, individual life and annuities, group and health, quantitative finance and investment, retirement benefits, or general insurance. The Casualty Actuary Society offers a similar path to membership. Prospective associates must complete 6 exams, and fellows require 3 additional exams in order to receive certification. As with the Society of Actuaries, there are several courses to take along the way to prepare for the tests. Much of the education required to pass the associate exams would be covered by an actuarial science or mathematics degree program. There is a wide range of organizations that require the services of an actuary. While all companies must take calculated risks from time to time, the insurance industry is based almost entirely on knowing the probability of an action occurring. The following are 2 examples of when the services of actuaries come in handy. In American medical news, Emily Berry writes about the shift in the medical industry from conventional health insurance to accountable care organizations. A consumer can now choose a group of doctors to see and pay a certain premium to have access to their services. The group of doctors has more control over their business, but now they also have to determine how much to charge their clients for the service. This new model of healthcare requires a new analysis of how much it costs to insure patients, and that is where actuaries come in. Actuaries also play a role in marketing. In an article from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, author Jeff Simpson describes how Michael Shackelford, an actuary by trade, analyzed the nickel slot machines from various casinos in Las Vegas to determine which gave the best return on investment. At Palms, the top casino in the study, quote, gamblers received 93.4 cents back from every dollar wagered, end quote, Simpson 2002. This is well above the 75% payout mandated by the Nevada gambling rules. The owner of the Palms was thrilled, saying, quote, slot players never knew payouts for the video reels before the survey, so we'd be foolish not to advertise how we compare with casinos all over Las Vegas, end quote, Maloof 2002. As a current federal employee, I had an interest in what kind of opportunities I might have as an actuary if I decided I wanted to continue working for the U.S. government in that role. It turns out that only about 4% of all actuaries work for the government, and the median annual wages for those jobs are slightly lower than comparable positions in the private sector. Examples of government agencies that hire actuaries include the Social Security Administration, the Internal Revenue Service, the Department of Energy, and the Labor Department. The majority of government actuary jobs are located on the East Coast, split between Washington, D.C., Baltimore, and Philadelphia. Depending on what field they work in, an actuary's typical day can vary quite a bit. Of the interviews I read, I noticed 3 common tasks that seem to be reappearing: reserve analysis, rate reviews, and product pricing. Reserve analysis pertains to the funds kept available to pay out insurance claims. It is important to allocate sufficient funds in case a bunch of claims occur all at once. This can be especially tricky when there is a natural disaster, so actuaries have to take into consideration several factors when determining an appropriate level of reserve funds. Rate reviews involve analysis of currently charged rates for insurance. Actuaries compare the rates an insurance company charges with how much is being paid out on claims and recommend adjustments based on their findings. Occasionally, actuaries participate in the pricing of a new product. This involves the baseline research and analysis of risks associated with the events the product protects consumers from. They have to determine how much the insurance should cost the customer without having all the historical data an established product has. Another trend I noticed was that actuarial consultants travel more than their conventional counterparts. For someone considering the actuary career path that allows them to travel to multiple locations, consultancy is probably the route to take. The majority of actuaries work in the insurance or finance industry. They typically work in an office environment 40+ hours per week. Actuarial consultants tend to travel to meet their clients' needs. The actuary career field is projected to grow 18% between 2014 and 2024. This is behind the average growth of 28% for all mathematical science occupations, but well ahead of the 7% average occupational growth. Actuaries earn about 20% more than the average mathematical and science occupation, and almost 3 times as much as the average pay for all occupations. The majority of actuary jobs are located in the most populous portions of the country, the Northeast, Texas, and California. The employment per 1,000 jobs column in the above chart represents the percentage actuaries represent compared to the total workforce. For example, in New York, out of 400 workers, approximately 1 of them is employed as an actuary. Being an actuary is kind of like having a superpower to tell the future. They use predictive analysis of statistics and trends to be able to tell the probability of an event occurring. While models for their analysis are always changing and improving, they are the best tool a company has to be able to manage risk. Through my study of the actuary career field, I have gained a fuller understanding and respect for the work they do. While I am still not sure if it's the career for me, I think I will at least venture to take a class on probability to see how I fare in their field of study. The following 2 slides contain my references. Thank you for viewing my presentation.